Who's your favorite pitmaster's favorite pitmaster?
Hey, what's going on, Tremendous Q fans? It's your boy here, Wade Morris, owner of Pitmaster Tremendous Q, and today I'm back with another dope video for you guys. All right, now, of course, you know, before I jump into it, we got to go ahead and thank everybody for stopping by. Whether you tripped over the channel or you found it intentionally, if you're new, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button and cut on notifications so you can get notified when I drop all my latest content. All right, and for those of you that are returning and already subscribed, you know I appreciate you guys' support. Okay, so with that, you guys have seen this before, right? I've cooked on this. It's the Foldoing Fire. It's basically a portable campfire grill, and you can do all kinds of things in this, from s'mores to cook dinner. Okay, now in this particular video I'm going to be cooking up a T-bone steak, and I'm super excited because I think I got a new method to get the charcoal lit on this thing just a little bit faster than I did the last time. All right, it's only my second time cooking on this thing, so I'm still kind of learning how it works. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so here's a couple of things I learned since I have started using this Foldoing Fire. As you heard me say in the beginning of the video, it's only my second time using it, but with the first time I did it, I cooked some grilled octopus for the daughter. Well, we absolutely loved it, but I think it took almost 2 hours from the time I got started to the time the octopus was done. And as you guys know, that type of stuff only takes minutes to cook. So this go around, I'm actually going to use a lighter cube. I think I just tried using paper the last time. I'm going to actually use a lighter cube. Now, as you would probably imagine, it's open air, similar to a charcoal chimney. You set the lighter cube and these charcoals will light right up. Well, no, not exactly. You do still need to keep an eye on it. All right, now the net is porous, air does get through, but the lighter cube actually fell out, so I had to make sure I restarted it. This is what the coals look like about 20 minutes into the cook, and I'm gonna subtract about 15-ish minutes because I kind of let the lighter cube go out, as I mentioned earlier. So if you're cooking on one of these, I'm gonna let you know right now, you're gonna need a ton of charcoal in order to produce heat between the top of the charcoal and the grill grate. So while it is portable, if you're going to be using charcoal, you're probably going to want to need one of those smaller 3 to 5 pound bags. All right, just bring the whole thing with you. Don't think you can just throw a couple of briquettes in a Ziploc bag and be good to go. All right, there's just too much distance between the grate and where the charcoal sit inside the net. All right. But anyway, took about 40 minutes for the charcoal to get lit, minus my 15 for letting the lighter cube go out. And with that, we're actually ready. All right, so I got a T-bone steak. Saw this at the commissary. All right, I don't cook a lot of T-bones. It's not my favorite cut of steak, but I thought it would be pretty fun for this cook using the Foldoing Fire again. I've really been thinking about this thing a lot, so I wanted to check it out. All right, gonna go back to our handy dandy good old brisket rub, salt, pepper. All right, we'll hit both sides of this T-bone steak, and just be careful. I cut it a little bit, but I had an absolute sneezing attack because this thing is an open flame. That pepper hit those charcoals and it started burning, and it went right back into my nasal cavities, into my eyes, and I was hurting for a couple of minutes. All right, you guys, so just make sure you're sitting upwind from wherever the smoke is going to be blowing when you got this thing lit. Not a big thing to nothing to not buy it, right? But just, you know, every once in a while, even the master, am I a master? Definitely self-proclaimed. I think we'll go with it. Even the pit master every once in a while gets tricked up every now and again. And of course, we got to make sure you hit those edges when you're seasoning those steaks. All right, this is a thicker cut, so you're going to want to make sure you hit those edges as well. Okay, you don't want to leave any exposed meat on a steak not seasoned. So here's a close-up. I got this thing going over the grills. I didn't temp it, but you can see there's a flame going over the charcoals, and especially as the steak starts to render and the fat starts to drip down onto the coals, that flame is going to pick up a little bit more, and it's really going to kiss that T-bone steak as it's cooking. All right. Now, I didn't have a thermometer. there's no real way to gauge exactly how hot this was, but just between the flame and the amount of charcoal that I have on the net, I'm guessing that I'm somewhere around 400 degrees. Okay, pretty good temperature to cook this T-bone steak at. It was warm, you know, when you are kneeling next to the grill, but it's not so warm that you can't cook or do what you need to do, move around right over it. All right, so that's one side done. Let's turn it over, and then I'm gonna shut up for a couple of seconds and let you guys listen to the sound. All right, there's just something about beef over an open flame, and the sound, guys, it's intoxicating. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so we gave it a quick turn, check both sides. I think this thing is pretty much done. Let's go ahead and get it pulled. And hey, I want to let you guys know, if you have made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys' support. All right, while I'm struggling to get this T-bone steak off the grill, why don't you guys hit that like button, go ahead and cut on those notifications, and smash subscribe. All right, that way you get notified when I drop all the latest content. All right, so here's a close-up of that T-bone steak. Now let's go ahead and get it inside. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this thing up. I'm gonna use a little movie magic so you guys don't have to watch me cut this thing. The T-bone steak, I think, turned out great as far as color. It got a little more done than I wanted it to, but all in all, I was actually pretty impressed with how the T-bone steak turned out, how it cooked over the Foldoing Fire, and all in all, I think it was all around great cook. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do our handy dandy taste test. And yes, it's a T-bone steak. I loved it. It turned out great. All right. Thank you guys for sticking around in this video, and we'll see you on the next one here on the Tremendous Cube Cooker channel. All right. Peace.